Okay, so good evening, everybody. I believe I'll be sending this on time. We're moving on with our class. We want to finish. We actually need to finish the day one. This is the part of the introduction. So I want to finish this so we can move to the next part of the training, which is it's I don't know. I don't know, but I know we are moving. We're finalizing the introduction today. So the importance of project management in business is number one, the goal achievement. So project management ensures that business objectives are met efficiently and effectively. So it provides a structured approach to planning, executing, and monitoring projects, ensuring that everything is on track and that the desired outcome is delivered. So as you would see, the first project for the batch. Most of all these things, you guys will work actively to see it. And I believe some of you already have experience in managing a post from inception to execution. So this thing is something that's going to be very, 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 very common. Or as you go, you see that making sure that you achieve goals is something that you look forward to while handling managing projects. So number two is resource optimization. When dealing with a project, it's important for businesses to use the resources they have, which includes time, money, and people, personnel, labor, to achieve the most effective results. So the project manager makes sure that resources are allocated strategically and manages them efficiently so that projects can be completed within a business's budget and on time. There is no need to overextend. If you say it's going to be done on the 1st of April, it should be done on the 1st of April. So if you're someone who procrastinates a lot, the truth is you may struggle with managing projects as a project manager. So these are the things you need to look out for. Risk management. Projects automatically involve risk. There's no project without risk. And examples of this risk include delay, budget overrun, scope creep. Budget overrun is that okay, it's possible that you guys budgeted $10,000 for market expansion and then somehow it goes beyond that. Putting it together goes beyond that, or scope creep. So maybe you just wanted to deal with by market expansion. I mean, let's say Dahoma Consulting now wants to enter Kenya, and you're like, oh, it will take us $10,000 to move from Nigeria to Kenya, expanding to Kenya. Um, it could cost more, and also it could be that somehow we just wanted to register and then something else came up. Project managers look towards risk management within project execution and identify risk and try to manage risk to limit the impact on the project success. An example could be projects that were executed during COVID. Nobody expected that along the line, the whole world would be in lockdown. So project managers make sure that okay, that thing is mitigated. Quality assurance. Project managers make sure that by the time a project is done, it's high quality. So you'll be working on a project producing a publication. As a project manager, your role is to make sure that the publication produced at the end of the day is of the best quality because oftentimes you'll be presenting that product to a client. So you have to make sure that the client gets the best of what they asked for. The next thing is stakeholder satisfaction, of course. There are many people involved with a project. In the last lesson, I talked about the people involved in the project. You have to make sure that as a project manager, the project is what they like and the standard they expect. So you have to keep them engaged throughout the project life cycle. So the project is supposed to take 4 weeks. From the first day, you have to keep them updated. The end of the first week, you have to keep them updated. The end of the second week, you have to keep them updated. Down to the final launch, you have to keep them updated, keep them informed, and address any concern they have towards to ensure satisfaction with final income, adaptability and flexibility. So, in today's fast paced business environment, organizations must be able to adapt quickly, and then project management provides that structure so that um, you can manage change in a project, in a business. So allowing businesses to, adjust plans, resources, and prioritize when there's a major change. And of course, as a project manager, you're on lookout for continuous improvement. How can we improve? How can the project be improved? You promote learning lessons and sharing best practices so that there is continuous improvement within the system you're managing. So businesses can refine their process and enhance efficiency, and by that it's promoting a culture of innovation over time. Continuous advantage. Effective project management gives businesses a chance to deliver projects fast, cheaper, and higher quality than their customers. Because as a business, if you're going to succeed, you're either better, you're either cheaper, or you're either faster. So as project manager, you make sure that this happens, there's a competitive edge. People prefer Chicken Republic to Mr. Biggs. As a project manager, your goal is to make sure that people prefer Google to Yahoo. You know, you are the one that makes sure that, well, in hand with the marketers anyway, you make sure that there is the competitive advantage, and then you guys work with the advantage you have, because everybody has an advantage. Everybody has an advantage, and everybody and everything has an advantage. You highlight that and you build on that advantage. So, and this would lead to improved customer service satisfaction. Sorry, increased market share and greater profitability. Then, of course, strategic alignment. Projects are often undertaken to support broader strategic initiatives, organizational goals. So, a project manager's role is to ensure that the projects are aligned with the company's strategic objective, and then, of course, you contribute to the success of the company. Project managers focus on customers. The customer is the beginning and the end of a business. There is no business without customers. If there's a business without customers, that's a business that is not working. That business has to be shut down. So ultimately, project management is about delivering value to customers. So you prioritize customer need and preferences and ensure that projects deliver outcomes that meet or exceed customer expectation, which will lead to increased loyalty and satisfaction. So let's look at marketing concepts and terminology. And the first concept in project management, of course, is project. So when we talk about project management, what is a project? A temporary endeavor undertaken to create a unique product, service, or result. For your workshop, your practical, in this case, it's a publication. That's what the project is. So the end of the goal is to produce a publication, within a specified period of time. Project management is the application of all the knowledge, skills, tools, and techniques you have to activities so that you can meet project requirements, right? Now, the scope. When we talk about scope, we're referring to the work that needs to be accomplished to deliver a project's objective. So it includes the deliverables. At the end of the day, what are we delivering? What are you delivering to the stakeholders? What are the milestones? Oh, it will take 2 weeks. It will take 1 week. What will you do within the 1 week to make sure the job is done within 1 week? Schedule. It's a timeline. As I said, if it's supposed to be 1 week, you build the schedule, a timeline that allows the sequence of activities and the milestones required to complete a project within a completed specified time frame. The budget, of course, this is clear. How much will it take to execute a project? You know, how much will it cost people to get involved in the project? How much materials will be needed to execute a project? And what is the overhead expenses required to, execute a project? What are the risks? Because risk, any uncertain event, condition that could have a positive impact or a negative impact on the project objective. Stakeholders. Stakeholders are the people involved. Anybody that has an interest in the project is a stakeholder. So that includes customers, sponsors, team members, and regulator. Communication plan is the next concept. So communication plan is a plan that allows how project information will be communicated to stakeholders. So you're working on a project for a client, you let them know How long are you going to be? Are you going to be giving feedback every Friday? Are you going to be giving feedback every Monday? Are you going to be giving feedback every 2 weeks? That is the communication plan. How are you going to be communicating? Is there going to be a meeting? Is it going to be via email? And what are the key messages? So those are things that make up the communication plan. Quality management. So this is the process of ensuring that the project deliverables, it meets the high standard that is needed. Change management. So this process of identifying and assessing and implementing change. So when something changes during the execution of a project, the management of how this change happens is what is referred to as change management, because oftentimes change actually happens. So how do you control the level, the manner at which the change happens? Risk management. So the process of identifying, assessing and managing risk, to minimize impact on the project. So project life cycle. It involves the phase a project goes from when it is ideated to when it's executed. So it includes planning, execution, monitoring, and closure. So we have the critical part. So the sequence of activities that determines the shortest possible duration for completing a project. Then we're looking at resource management. So this is the process of allocating and managing resources, including personnel, equipment, and materials to ensure that project objectives are met efficiently. Then end value management. It's a technique for measuring a project's performance by comparing planned value, end value, and actual cost. So as you proceed in the training, you will learn more about all of this, because these are the things that will be coming up more as we proceed. So this actually is the conclusion of day one. Tomorrow, so on Wednesday, the next lesson will be more critical, and we'll go deep into the actual aspects of project management, which will help you for the workshop coming.